Spud Nation, what is happening? Happy Thursday, happy draft day. Oh, I love it. The NFL season is ever so close. Draft day, you can't get any better than this. NFL draft, NFL lockout seems to be over. So this draft day could be very, very interesting. I can't wait. Y'all heard my first round mock draft. First 10 with Tyler here. It was great. You know what? I'm jumping ahead past the first round. These are guys who I think, I wouldn't call them sleepers. I think they're going to be impact players in the NFL. They're getting picked late. You know what? I'm big on these guys. I think that they could have very nice, role-playing NFL careers, and they're getting kind of the shaft. I'm not saying these guys are first-round picks, but very good talent. I feel like they're falling a little bit further in the draft than I would have imagined them falling. And we're going to get right to it. We're not going to be talking about linemen, nothing like that. We're talking about the flash, the quarterbacks, a couple running backs, a couple linebackers, and we're starting with DeMarco Murray, Oklahoma. Sooners running back, projected third-round pick in the mock drafts that I've been looking at. DeMarco Murray, they're saying too much of an stands up too high when he runs. This kid is a beast. He loves contact. He'll find you. He'll hit you. And he's a proven winner. Oklahoma, what do? They go in there. They win games all the time. The kid can catch it out of the backfield. He makes great plays. Strong guy. And I think he'll be a very nice fit for some team in the NFL. You can't have enough bruising running backs, especially with today's NFL game. Teams are going to 2-3 running back sets. Upsets me in fantasy football, but it prolongs the careers of these NFL running backs. So there you have it. DeMarco Murray, my first player. Not too flashy, but a very, very solid running back. Third round seems a little bit too late in this draft for my liking. This guy, I can't sing his praises enough. He plays for the national champion Oregon Ducks. He's got long, flowing blonde hair. He's got a name that, the pedigree is there. Casey Matthews, linebacker, Oregon Ducks, projected third or fourth round pick. Are you kidding me? Teams that pass on this guy are absolutely insane. Look at his big brother, the Claymaker. Clay Matthews for the Green Bay Packers. You see a little bit of that in Casey. He flies around. He's got the long hair. He's fast. And in the national title game, whose name did you hear all the time? Casey Matthews. Casey Matthews. Casey Matthews. You know what? They might not have won a national title, but still, Casey Matthews was there. He was on the big stage. He did it all. He hit people, made a bunch of tackles, disrupted the offense best he could. Casey Matthews is not a third or fourth round pick. You know what? I'm not a Packer fan, but I would love to see him in green and gold. Bring him here. I would love to watch this kid play, and I'm all about keeping family together. Casey Matthews, you would be a steal to go in the third round. Green Bay Packers, Ted Thompson, you need help at the linebacker position. Get him. Get this kid. Bring him in. Clay would probably love it. Bring him on home. Casey Matthews, great player, great value, very, very late in this draft. So there you have it. Kind of a no-name guy right here. Out of Eastern Washington, running back, a little guy, Taiwan Jones. He ran a 4.2 40, which is blazing fast speed. This guy's amazing. They're projecting him in the third, fourth round, and you know what? They had him projected going to Green Bay. The Packers find these diamonds all the time in small schools. Look at Greg Jennings. No one heard of the kid. And guess what? He is a beast. Taiwan Jones, with that kind of speed, reminds me of another guy in the NFL who's doing all right for himself. Yeah, he plays at Tennessee. Yes, his name is Chris Johnson. Both very, very fast. Taiwan Jones, he's going to find his niche in the NFL. He's going to be a good player, and he's going to be a steal late in the draft. Watch out for this guy, Taiwan Jones. Just because he played at a small school does not mean this kid isn't legit. He's the real deal, and he's going to go, he projected, 3rd or 4th round. Keep an eye out for him, folks. All right, we're going from a no-name guy to a guy everyone knows about, Mark Ingram, running back, Alabama, former Heisman Trophy winner. They're projecting him late 1st round, 2nd round pick. You know what? That seems a little bit too low for me. They're talking about his knees, arthritis in his knees, whatever. This guy is a proven winner. You put him around the goal line, he's going to score touchdowns. He's drawn Emmitt Smith comparisons, probably because of the speed, probably because he finds the end zone all the time. Either way, Mark Ingram, he's another guy. Low gravity, gets in there, loves to hit, will get it done. We're talking about the Packers a lot here. Packers, Mark Ingram's going to be on the board, supposedly, when you're selecting. Not a bad selection for you, with Ryan Grant coming back from injury. Starks, you never know what's going to happen with him. I like it. Mark Ingram, late 1st round seems a little bit too late for me. Another thing is, he is the number 1 rated running back in this year's draft class. You don't ever see that. Running backs go in the top 5. They're selected early. They're a vital part of the offense. But they're talking late 1st round, early 2nd round. It's going to be a steal, whoever gets this guy. Mark Ingram, Alabama. Another guy all over the media, all over the headlines. Quarterback, Arkansas, Ryan Mallett. Talk about 1st round talent. Hands down, 1st round talent. Huge arm, big, strong quarterback. We saw all season long that he can throw it all over the place, which he did for Arkansas. He took a mediocre team to a very good team, and they did it because of his arm. Ryan Mallett, great quarterback. Now, a lot of entitlement is felt by this young man. He's known for a long time how good he was. Much like Jimmy Clausen, who I'm a huge fan of, and I think he gets a raw deal in Carolina. Ryan Mallett, you know what? They're projecting you 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, buddy. That's not good, man. Ryan Mallett, they're saying off-field issues, on-field issues. When are young guys going to learn to check that stuff at the door, leave it there? He needs to gain the trust of his team. Ryan Mallett isn't a scrambling guy. He's not a guy that's going to beat you with his legs, so he needs his offensive linemen to love him. I hope he learns. I hope he grows up fast enough where that can all happen. I think in the right situation, Ryan Mallett is going to be a very, very good NFL quarterback. And I think 2nd, 3rd, 4th rounds, someone's going to get a steal. Head case or not, Ryan Mallett is a very, very, very talented quarterback. All right, Sean, this one's for you, brother. Yeah, you Oregon State lover, Jacquizz Rodgers. The jockstrap. What can you say? Running back, Oregon State, projected rounds 4 or 5. Late pick for this young man. He left school early to go to the NFL. Tons of talent in this guy. He's an explosion waiting to happen. Great running back. Didn't get to show off all his skills. Injuries kind of hampered this young man. But a phenomenal talent. Someone's going to steal him late in this draft. He'll be a nice change of pace guy. An excellent 3rd down running back. And we'll see. We'll see where Jacquizz, where he ends up. But like I said, you Oregon State fans, you know all about this kid, and you know all about his talent. Great job. Rodgers, do it up big in the NFL. Sean, I know you're going to be following this kid all through his career. And last, but definitely not least, linebacker, Boston College, Mark Herzlich. This dude got invited to New York to sit with all the big boys, sit with all the top 1st round selections, and he's projected to go in the 6th or 7th round. Just having this guy get drafted is going to be a victory. For those of you who don't know, this guy couple years back was projected to be one of the top 5 defensive players selected in the NFL draft. An absolute defensive juggernaut, and then he came down with very tragic news. He got cancer. Wow, they said his career was over. He'll never play football again. Just focus on beating this. Well, this guy, he focused on it. He beat cancer, and he came back, and he played football again. Had a pretty good year at Boston College. You can tell he's still getting back to being his old self, but you're getting a hell of a player with this guy. 6th or 7th round, well worth the risk taking this guy. Formerly this was first round talent right here at linebacker. I love him. I hope he gets selected. Hearing an interview from him about getting invited to the draft day in New York, he was so excited. He's a realist. He knows he's not going in the first round, and he is just very, very excited to be there. Great job. I hope this guy gets selected late in the draft. Take a shot on him, NFL teams. Any team is going to be lucky to have this guy. A very, very level head. He's going to add some great leadership in the locker room. And it's a guy who just takes life one day at a time. I appreciate him. I can't wait to see him in the NFL, and I hope he finds a home somewhere. There you have it, Spud Nation. You got anything to add? Hit me up, CraigTheSportsCoach.com, or on Twitter, @TheSportsCoach, or right on the website, www.thesportscoach.com. You can type on the forum, bring up a topic. You can hit me up in the chat room, or everyone does this, Facebook. Hit me up on the page. Anything you guys want to talk about. Tomorrow's the NFL draft, round 1. If your team does something you disagree with, hit me up. We'll talk all about it. I can't wait for the NFL draft. Should be a fun time, and it should be interesting to see where a lot of these teams go. Spud Nation, enjoy the draft. Till next time, we're out.